Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm not sure whether it is here or down here, but please find the subscription button, subscribe, like and click on the notification bell. Welcome back to my investment series, and today I want to talk to you about some of the educational opportunities that we have in the Gambia when it comes to investing in the Gambia in education, or you are a student somewhere in the world, you're looking for studying abroad experience. Perhaps Gambia might be a very good option for you. So as we go through the video, you might get an understanding of exactly what it is that we provide in the Gambia when it comes to educational opportunities. Basically, I just want to talk about the tertiary institutions today because we don't have much. We have very few. We have only 2 universities in the Gambia. One of them is the American International University, West Africa. This was set up in 2011. That is just very recent. And also the only state-owned university that we have in the Gambia is called University of the Gambia, commonly referred to as UTG. This particular university was established in March of 1999, pretty young. So I'm going to give you some of the courses that are provided at the University of the Gambia. That way, if you are a student anywhere in the world and you're looking for studying abroad experience, if the area that you want to study falls within these particular faculties, then you can try to come to Gambia to study, because the good thing is the tuition is very cheap compared to many other universities around the world. I live here in the States, I pay my tuition, and every semester I pay close to $4,000 because I go to a community college. But what I've seen on the University of the Gambia, their website, their tuition is between $38,000 to $60,000. So meaning every semester, at most, it's going to cost you about now that is if you're a Gambian, it's going to cost you about $1,500. If you're a foreign student, I think it's going to be a little way more than that. But you can search for UTG on Google, and you're going to see, you can go through all of that. It's going to give you any information that you need regarding to that. But let's come back to the various faculties we have at the University of the Gambia. We have the Faculty of Agriculture and Environmental Science. We have Arts and Science, Business and Public Administration. We have Education, General Education. We have Engineering and Architecture. We have Information Technology, Information and Communication Technology, sorry. We have Journalism and Digital Media. We have Law. We have Medicine and Allied Health Sciences. So these are some of the courses that are available at the University of the Gambia. In case you're a student looking forward to studying in the Gambia, just have this at the back of your mind. If it suits your interest, then know that Gambia might be a right place for you. The Gambian people are beautiful, they're nice, you're going to enjoy your stay should you decide to go there. But apart from that, I want to talk to people who are willing to invest, potential Gambians, potential Africans, and any other person who is out there who is looking forward to investing in education in the Gambia. Our population is 2.4 million people, and can you imagine we have only 2 universities? The American University, the American International University, West Africa, admits at most about 1,000 people, so which is very small. And the Gambia University, getting into that is very competitive now because it is the only university we have in the country. So therefore, when you look at the disparity is very high. We need at least 3 or 4 more universities in the Gambia because we have the student population. So if you should build a university today in the Gambia and you make the tuition affordable, I'm telling you, it's going to be an investment which is worth doing or taking. So therefore, if you're there, you are an educationist and you have the means to set up a university in the Gambia or a college, please go ahead. And we have also the Gambia College, School of Nursing, School of Agriculture. We have GTTI, we have MDI. These are all tertiary learning institutions in the Gambia. But for university, we have only two. And the only Gambian owned one is University of the Gambia. But today, my interest, what I want to talk about in terms of education in the Gambia, either you pursuing your education or investing in education in the Gambia, I want to focus more on vocational training, hands-on jobs, because our educational system over the past decades has failed so many people in my country, in the sense that we are not teaching our youths skills that will give them jobs immediately they graduate from school. And if we want to move the Gambia forward, we want Africa as a continent to develop, we have to start teaching our youths hands-on jobs. We need vocational training in areas that would make our graduates or graduates at the end of their program self-employed. Because for far too long, what has been happening is that you go through the educational system, you graduate, you finish, you have to start seeking for jobs. They are not teaching anyone to create jobs in our country. And our educational system has failed the Gambians in that particular area. We want people to be trained in such a way that by the time they finish their studies, they know exactly what to do. And even if they are not employed by anyone, they can set up their own businesses, their own enterprises. And how do we do that? First, we have to invest in vocational education. Today, if you look at the construction industry in the Gambia, there are certain areas, there are certain specializations. We don't have them in the Gambia. Most of our tile men are not Gambians. People who does the ceilings, I forget the name they call it, they are not Gambians. Even some of our plumbers are not Gambians. So what are we teaching our Gambians within our school system that can help the country move forward? Because these are sectors which are very, very important. We should be able to train our own Gambians to assume those responsibilities when they are needed. So therefore, vocational education is the only answer. We have to train our Gambians with hands-on jobs. We want more carpenters. We want more weldermen. We need more plumbers. We need more electricians. We need more mechanics. We need more engineers. We need more architects. We need all of these disciplines. We want all of these disciplines in the country. And the only way we can do that is by reforming our educational sector to suit the realities of our time. I'm not saying that we should not have other fields, but those are not very important. There is a lot of people who are graduating from some of these faculties that I've named. They are jobless because they were not prepared to create. They were not prepared to become entrepreneurs on their own. But if you teach somebody how to become a plumber, how to become a carpenter, even if they are not hired by somebody, they can set up their own workshops. So I think the government should look into this. The other very important aspect also is we have to invest heavily in the sciences. No country in this 21st century can develop without having a strong workforce that is equipped with the latest knowledge in science. Because we need doctors, we need nurses, we need astronauts, we need almost everything that you can think of within the sciences in order to help us move forward. We need people who should study forensic science. We need technicians in areas that can help us digitalize our security sector. We need people who specialize in fingerprinting and all those kinds of things, but we don't have any of those disciplines in the Gambia. We need nanotechnology, we need all kinds of things. So therefore, our Ministry of Higher Education should look into investing more in areas which are relevant to the development of the Gambia. Aside from the sciences, we need to invest in ICT. Information and communication technology is a key factor. The Gambia cannot develop in the 21st century if we cannot provide adequate education, adequate specialization in the ICT sector. The entire global economy is moving online. Everything is done digitally. And in the Gambia, even with the faculty of ICT at the university, they are not fully equipped. What kind of knowledge are we teaching within our university? Because it's key. You cannot be teaching a technology which is outdated. We need modern technologies to be taught within the ICT faculty in the University of the Gambia. That is the responsibility of the government, to make sure that they invest in the latest technologies which is happening around the world, but also to make sure that they have the right faculty members to teach those courses at the University of the Gambia. And if you're an investor also, you want to build a university in the Gambia, or you want to build a college in the Gambia, these areas are going to be a very important investment opportunity. We want more technical schools, colleges, or universities in the Gambia that will teach our youths vocational knowledge, the various sciences, and the ICT, because this is very key and we need it now. So therefore, if you can make it happen, it's going to be a very important investment venture for you, because knowledge is key. These sectors that I have just mentioned are severely lacking in the Gambia. Sometimes you need some of these specialties, you have to go to Senegal, or you have to get somebody from somewhere, because our Gambians are not trained in these fields. And we cannot move forward as a country, we cannot develop when we have a population that is ill prepared for the future, because the demands of the future are high. So therefore, we cannot be lagging behind, expecting other people to come from other countries to come and help us in key sectors, because we need this knowledge, we need this expertise to be, harnessed by our own Gambians. So this is definitely important, definitely important. And I think I'm very hopeful that in the near future we will see some transformation when it comes to our education in the Gambia. Our Ministry of Higher Education should definitely make sure that whatever is taught at the University of the Gambia is relevant to the realities of what is happening today around the world, and also it should be dictated by the needs of the Gambian local market itself. Is this something that is needed in the Gambia? Because we have to, look at the development trajectory of the Gambia and be able to say, hey, you know what? I think we need expertise in these particular areas or in these particular fields. How many Gambians do we have who are qualified in these areas? And how best can we introduce this particular course at the University of the Gambia? That way we make sure it is homegrown, because you know that it's always very expensive for the government to sponsor Gambians to go and study abroad. You could cut that cost into half or even more than that by making sure that the fields or areas in which Gambians have to travel abroad to go and study, those particular fields are provided for at the University of the Gambia. I would have loved to stay in the Gambia and study. But at the time, it was made impossible for me. So I had to seek for other alternatives. I had to leave and then come here. And I have no regrets coming here. But the question is, how many people would have the chance to leave the Gambia to go and study overseas? Because one, it is very costly. Two, you have no influence or control over the embassies. They can decide to either give you a visa to go and study abroad, or they can easily reject you without even giving you any reasons, and there is nothing you can do. But if we have these institutions in the Gambia, then it's easy. It becomes available to every Gambian based on certain requirements. If you have good grades, you have sponsorship, you can easily go and pursue your education. So education is a universal human right. So therefore, we should safeguard it to make it affordable and accessible to all Gambians. With that, I come to the end of this video. Peace out until I come your way. Take it easy. This is Lamarana. But please, before you go, subscribe down here, like, click on the notification bell, and share with your friends, family, and loved ones. Thank you.